Alrighty, hola everybody, welcome back. We've set up our app basically to get all the posts or all the articles and show them on the front page or on the index page of the front end. And as we know, we are able to post articles to the back end and then retrieve them and then post them back on the front end, right? As a list, as we set up here. It's not a pretty list, by any definition, but it's a list nonetheless. So we're going to go ahead and see what that looks like. First, though, we've got to change in our articles reducer. We're fetching this action from index, and obviously it's not in the index. It's actually in our types file. So here we've got to say types. Okay, so just go ahead and change that, and then what we can do is npm run start. Okay, and Rails server P5000. Okay, so both of our server and our front end are running. And now we're going to go ahead and check this out in the browser. Whoops. Okay, so localhost, we'll refresh, Schmarticle, and there we go. Okay, so we'll send and we'll get all of our posts. And as you can see on our front end, our posts are being returned to us as as a list. So what we're going to do now is make it so that a single article can be retrieved from the database in what's essentially like a show page. If you're familiar with Rails, it would be the show view. So you can click on this on the Guten Morgen. Oh God, I'm terrible at coming up with title names. Seriously, on the Guten Morgen article title here, and it would take you to that page. So just for the heck of it, let's just create an article. And we'll say Donald Trump is president. What a crazy election, huh? Thank God it's over. All right, so he's president. Great. So boom, and it automatically takes us back here, and it shows on our index page. And if we go to Postman, and there is our third article. Okay, great. So now what we're going to do is make it so that we can click on this, and let me see if the routing is working. Hillary is sad. Okay, so Hillary isn't president. Create. Okay, so all right, it works fine. Again, if you're starting this from scratch, maybe don't use this boilerplate. Use the Create React app by Facebook. The only downside is that it doesn't have Redux already wired in, but that's fine. It's still a really awesome starter, so check it out. Okay, so let's go and create a view and a route for our single article little idea or feature. So we're going to go to our routes, and in here we're going to say route path equals articles/id, and the component which we haven't created is going to be called single article show. Call it whatever you want, right? Okay, and then in here we're going to import it. Single article show from components single article show. Okay, great. So let's create that component first. See, we're getting an error. Can't find it. Okay, that's expected. Single article JS. And let's go back here and see what we can steal from here. Oh God, this is not a good one. What about articles home? Okay, we'll steal this. And we'll steal import React. Okay, that should be enough for now. Also, let's take some of this. You want to be able to make stuff without typing as much as possible, right? So, that. Okay, export default, single article show. Right, let's change this name, article show, and we shouldn't be getting an error anymore. Okay, great. Now what we can do is in here, well, all we really got is a title, so we'll just say, all right, let's just keep it super basic. We'll just say, and we can reference it with this .props.params and whatever we want to show, in this case title. Okay, great. So Now what we're going to do is make this, excuse me, linkable from the index page. Let's just make this a little bigger. Okay, so in order to be able to link from the index page, we'll have to go to the index page, obviously. Let's keep that open in case there's any errors. Articles home, that's our index page. And our article title is what's clickable, right? So we're going to have to wrap this in a link tag. So in here, and we already have link imported, so in here we're going to say link to, open curlies, let's close this, and we've got to say articles / close the curlies, close the curlies and the quotations plus the article ID, right? So it takes us specifically to the article that we're clicking on, and we'll close the link tag as well. Let's just indent this. For some reason my auto indent isn't working. And let's save this and go check it out, see what happened. So, okay, as you can see, these have turned to links, which makes sense because we used the link component, or the link feature, and that's fine. You can change the style in your styles or whatever later on, but for now it's whatever. If we click this, it's not going to go anywhere because we haven't, or it will go somewhere, but it's not going to show us much because we haven't created our get article action. So we got to do that now. So let's go ahead and do that in the next video.